Hi and welcome to PinoyFood101. Today we'll be cooking chicken inasal and char-grilled eggplant salad. Inasal is a cooking method originating from Bacolod City in Western Visayas in central Philippines, which involves marinating the chicken in various herbs, calamansi juice and rind, and coconut vinegar. So, let's begin! This recipe yields 4 generous servings. We'll start with the chicken inasal first. We'll need 4 pieces of chicken quarter cuts. I like to use a combination of leg and thigh or breast and wing. And then we'll move on to the marinade. How easy is that? About 2 tablespoons brown sugar, 2 tablespoons soy sauce, 3 stalks of lemongrass, a teaspoon of salt, a quarter cup vinegar. Coconut vinegar is best, but you may also substitute with apple cider vinegar if it's not available. About 4 cloves of garlic, 2 thumb-sized pieces of ginger sliced thinly, 1 lime sliced into wedges or about 4 to 6 pieces calamansi, and a teaspoon of freshly ground black pepper. To baste the chicken on the barbie, we'll need annatto seed oil, which is actually quite simple to make. All you need is a quarter cup vegetable oil or rendered chicken fat, a teaspoon annatto seeds, and 4 cloves of garlic minced. The first and I believe the most important step is you want to make sure your chicken is clean by rinsing it under cold tap water. And we'll proceed to the next step, which is preparing the marinade. I find this the most therapeutic part of the recipe. We'll bruise the lemongrass stalks using the back of a knife, and then we'll chop it roughly and set aside. Now let's bring out the basic yet effective mortar and pestle for some action. You can also use your food processor if you don't feel like using a mortar and pestle. And then we will now throw in the ginger with the lemongrass and start macerating the two. Add salt at this point and continue to macerate. There's not really a strict order when it comes to adding the ingredients for this marinade, nor does it have to turn into a paste at the end of the macerating. We just want to make sure that we bring out the flavors from each of the ingredients, and I believe that's the beauty of this inasal recipe. Just a quick tip though, if you're using lime wedges, you have to be careful when you're macerating it together with the other ingredients. You absolutely don't want any of the lime juice getting into your eyes. Now when you're done or tired from preparing the marinade, just transfer the marinade into a glass dish or a bowl, and then add the chicken pieces and gently mix to coat each chicken quarter with the marinade. Cover the dish and leave it to marinate for an hour. I personally don't recommend to marinate the chicken for much longer, as the marinade is pretty acidic and that's going to break down the proteins of the meat. While the chicken is marinating, we'll prepare the annatto oil. Over medium heat, add a quarter cup of the vegetable oil into a saucepan. Immediately throw in the annatto seeds and you'll see how quickly the annatto seeds renders color into the oil. Give the pan a good swirl, and then after a few minutes, remove the annatto seeds from the oil, and then add the minced garlic into the saucepan with the oil. Fry the minced garlic for approximately 3 to 4 minutes, or until toasted, and pour everything onto a fine mesh strainer on top of a bowl. Us Filipinos like to use the toasted garlic bits, the way that the Viets and the Thais and the Malaysians and Indonesians like to use fried shallots in their cooking. Before it's time to barbecue the chicken, we'll prepare the ingredients for the ensaladang talong or char-grilled eggplant salad. The great thing about Filipino salads is that we're not very strict on proportions, rather we normally just make use of what's available. Anyway, what I've got here is 1 large eggplant, about half a red onion finely chopped, a couple teaspoons of fish sauce, half a lime, 1 whole Lebanese cucumber chopped, and approximately a cup of cherry tomatoes freshly picked from the garden. You just want to pierce the eggplant throughout, using a knife or a fork or skewer, whatever you have in hand. Piercing the eggplant ensures even cooking while the skin is being charred. We'll now place the eggplant on the barbie preheated over high heat, and then we'll lower the heat for the side where we'll barbecue the chicken and place the chicken skin side down over medium heat. I grilled the chicken for approximately 30 minutes and I have turned the chicken pieces about twice, and every time I basted them generously with the natto seed oil. And you could just see how the natto seed oil is imparting this beautiful color onto the chicken. Also, don't forget to turn your eggplant from time to time. As I'm using a large eggplant in this video, it took about the same time as the chicken before it's ready and all sides have been charred. So remove both the chicken and the eggplant from the barbecue. Cover the chicken to rest, and in the meantime, we'll finish the salad. Peel off the charred skin from the eggplant and roughly chop the eggplant. Transfer it into a bowl and throw in the rest of the ingredients. Season it with freshly ground black pepper and finish it off with a squeeze of lime juice. Gently mix the salad and voila, we're ready to plate. Nothing beats a meal from the barbie after a great day at the beach. I do hope you enjoyed this recipe and that this inspires you to try out some of our regional favorites. Thank you very much for watching this video, and if you did enjoy this recipe, please don't forget to like and subscribe to stay tuned to more of our Filipino recipes. Hanggang sa muli, I'll see you next time.